Love is a subject that it doesn't matter what religion you are studying, it is a part of each and every religion. In fact, many people of whatever religion would argue that God is love and love is God. So, any conversation that you have about God where you're trying to describe what God is involves a discussion about love, and any discussion about love would involve some commentary on God. I wanted to start off the discourse with a reading from Emmett Fox, and this reading talks about the power of love. And for those of you who don't know, Emmett Fox is a Christian, I would call him spiritualist. Well known, has written many, many books, and you can pretty much find him in any spiritual religious bookstore, metaphysical bookstore, online, easy to find. Emmett, E-M-M-E-T, Fox is the last name. So here's what Emmett Fox says about the power of love. There is no difficulty that enough love will not conquer, no disease that love will not heal, no door that enough love will not open. It makes no difference how deep set the trouble, how hopeless the outlook, how muddled the tangle, how great the mistake. A sufficient realization of love will dissolve it all. If only you could love enough, you would be the happiest and most powerful being in the world. What Emmett Fox is really saying in that passage, to boil it all down to one concept, is that with love there is all possibility. Right now in this country, there is a lot of separation, or at least that's how some news programs are portraying it. And to a certain degree, it's certainly true. Not only in this country, but in all parts of the world. Separation between people of different races, even people of the same race, separation between modes of thought. And this is causing a lot of strife and anxiety for some people. But we have a cure for separation, and that cure is love. Love is the greatest transmutation power in the entire world. Love is the greatest healing power in the entire world. Love can remove all separation, can dissolve all disagreements. When you love someone or something or some place, you have established a connection with it. And if this is a true love, there is an absolute merging between you and that person or that place or that thing, so that you are it and it is you. When you breathe, it breathes. When it breathes, you breathe. There is literally no separation between you and that person, place, or thing with love. And this is the ultimate goal, really, of your time on this planet. To realize who and what you are, and to manifest that. And who and what you are is love. We often talk about coming to God as an empty cup. And what does this really mean, and why is it so important? So coming to God as an empty cup means that you have removed from yourself all judgments, opinions, conclusions, thinking that your way of thinking is the only way, or the right way, or the best way. Once all of these things are taken out from your cup, from your vessel, then you can approach God as an empty cup. And what he fills you with is love. And with your cup full of love, this provides you with the opportunity to realize and express again who and what you really are. One of the greatest powers of love, and again there are many, is forgiveness. You cannot truly forgive someone or something without love. And as we have discussed several times before, not just me, but other ministers, without forgiveness, you are attached to the person, place, or thing that you feel has wronged you or you have wronged. And this attachment is really like a great anchor holding you back. And it holds you back in many ways. This attachment, this lack of forgiveness, keeps you in the past. So whatever happened to you in the past, if you haven't truly forgiven that person, place, or thing, will continually draw you back to that event, will bring your emotions back to that event, your mind back to that event, your emotions, everything stuck in the past. And this prevents you from achieving true enlightenment, from progressing up the mountain. And really with love, love is timeless. It's not bound by past, present, or future. But to really realize, truly love, you must be in the present. And so you must forgive. There's a story I wanted to share, and I may have shared it before in the past, but it's about two Tibetan monks, and it's a Buddhist story about forgiveness. So these two Tibetan monks were imprisoned in China. And they were imprisoned for many, many years. And not only were they imprisoned, but they were tortured, mercilessly tortured by their captors. After many decades, however, these two Tibetan monks were released from prison, and they went on their way. Years after the release, they happened to run into each other. And the first Tibetan monk asked the other, "Have you been able to forgive our captors?" And the second monk said, "No, and I don't want to, and I never will forgive them for what they did to us all those years with all the torturing." And the first monk said, "Well, then they're still your captors, and you're still in their prison." So this is what lack of forgiveness does to people. You are a prisoner of the situation, stuck in the past. And only through forgiveness can you free yourself. In fact, a lot of people say forgiveness is one of the best gifts that you can give yourself. The best gift because it frees you and allows you to realize your true potential. One of the misconceptions about love is that it's easy. We can stand up here and say all we want that, well, all you have to do is love. Love is the key. Love will solve all your problems. So once you leave service today, just go out and love. Simple as that. The misconception is that love doesn't take any work, that it takes no efforting. This is one of the misconceptions that Christ dispelled in the Bible when he says, look, anybody can love somebody who loves them back. that gets you nothing. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. What gets you the reward of your Father, your reward in heaven, is if you love those who despise you, if you love your greatest enemy. Now, Christ never said that doing that was going to be easy. In fact, he was implying the exact reverse. The easy love, loving someone who loves you back, doesn't really do much for you. It's the hard love, loving your greatest enemy, those who despise you the most, those who hate you. That is hard, but will provide your greatest reward. So, in order to do that, it requires, as Reverend Daniel said last week, you to do your practices. It is imperative, in order to express this pure love, to be focused, to be disciplined, to have calm emotions and control over your emotions, to be able to direct your attention on things that promote love. As we've said many times here, what you pay attention to, that you energize, and what you energize, that you become. If you're letting your mind pay attention to things that are not based in love, then you are energizing those things that are not love. The reverse, of course, is also true. If you're paying attention to things that are based in love, then love will be promoted in your life. And it doesn't really matter, frankly, what practices you do. You just have to do them so that you are disciplined and focused and prepared. You can't run a mile without taking one step, but it's that preparedness that prepares you to run the mile. It's the effort and the practice that you have done leading up to running that mile that allows you to do it. And the same can be said of love. Now, we are all co-creators. We have said this again many times here. One of the important things associated with that concept is what you put out, you get back. Or using the cliche, what goes around comes around. So you as the co-creator, everything in your life, whatever has presented itself to you, whatever is going to present itself to you, you have created. You have produced it. So if you want love to be in your life, in the present and in the future, this is something that you must put out. Love at all times. Every second, every moment, every day. And you will be grandly rewarded in terms of the benefits that you will reap. One thing about love, which is nice, this greatest power of all, is everybody has it. You don't have to be rich to love. You don't have to be poor to love. You don't have to be a Christian or a Buddhist or a Hindu to love. You don't have to be old or young. You don't have to be pretty or ugly. You don't have to fast 40 days and 40 nights. You don't have to have all the book knowledge in the world of the different religions. Every single human being has the capacity to love. It is part of us. It is in our DNA. It is our birthright. It is frankly the source of who and what we are. We were created out of love. Once we realize true love, we will return to love. God is love. We are love. And we are God. There's another passage I wanted to read. This one is from the Bible, and it's about love. A lot of people are familiar with the Ten Commandments in Exodus that Moses provided to the people from God. And then with the New Testament, we have the coming of Christ and Christ's reinterpretation of the Ten Commandments during his Sermon on the Mount. But there was a point where he was being questioned by different people. And one person who questioned him was a lawyer, and this is the passage I wanted to read. And this particular passage is from Matthew. It's in chapter 2, verses 35 through 40. But this passage is actually in all of the Gospels. It's not just in Matthew, it's in Mark, and it's in Luke, and it's in John. Actually, I'm not sure it's in John, but I know it's in Mark, and I know it's in Luke, and I know it's in Matthew. I didn't actually take the time this morning to see if it was in John, but here's the passage. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him, this being Christ, a question, tempting him and saying, So, Master, which is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and the greatest commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all of the laws and all of the prophets. So Christ was saying here that everything emanates from love. Every law in the Bible, everything in terms of a teaching given out by the prophets, everything is love. And to achieve perfect unity with not just God but yourself, Christ says that love with all of your soul, all of your heart, all of your mind. And really, he didn't say this, but he was basically saying, if you forget everything else I say, if you don't believe anything else that I've done, just remember love. Love will allow you to achieve all of your dreams in life. And again, remove all obstacles. It will unite you not only with yourself, but with everyone and everything that is around you.